that was us testing out the new intro. I think that was good. That was awesome. That was written by our very own Fuck. So, welcome to Freeweed. I'm Nathaniel. We're gonna just go right to breaking news after this. Yeah. Alright. So, more than 50 bills have been filed for cannabis in Texas. There was originally 37 and a bunch have gone through now, so we're looking at expansion of the Teacup program, the CURT program, and some medical use will open up. Some of the bills plan to expand on oil, other ones are expanding on hemp, some on just purely medicinal use. Some are focused on penalty reduction and criminalization. Some are seeking to expand the list of debilitating ailments, so it is important as us as taxpayers to actually read this shit and go through the fine print and the subsections to figure out what our law is actually trying to define for this plant. Even though it's a medicinal issue, we're still going to have to go through the rigmarole of bureaucracy. Anyways, the hearing for HB 63 went extremely well. This was ironic because it's almost like a planned service had scheduled Veterans Day on the same day as the hearing. Wonder who did that. Anyways, many people testified on behalf of HB 63. There were a few that were in kind of non-judgment of it. There were a few that were in non-favor of it, and there were a few that were in complete support of it. Actually, a vast majority of those were for the bill. HB 63 is looking to is a penalty reduction. It's going to look to make cannabis a civil penalty. And the hearing happened on March 4th. It lasted a pretty freaking long time. The hearing was about 5 hours, just kidding, about 4 hours long. But it felt like 10 hours. We were up there all day fighting the good fight. Lots of people came from all walks of life. There were ex-law enforcement that spoke, judges, people from health organizations, so doctors, lawyers. It was the rigmarole of people talking on behalf of cannabis. So maybe we should look for turning this into a civil penalty issue. On the federal side, the bill 420 is being looked at on a national level as the Federal Reserve and government call forth for clarity on banking laws. Essentially, people are storing their stuff in Bitcoin now, and I don't think that the man likes that. So they're trying to come up with some form of delegation to where you can store your pot money in a bank. Would you look at that? The banks want to get involved in pot. Interesting. So, in other news, the health organization reports that there's no public risk and no potential abuse for CBD, according to Forbes and Google. Maybe Tarrant County could take a look at that and stop being such dicks and arresting people. If a World Health Organization, according to Forbes and Google, is reporting that, hey, maybe this stuff has zero potential for abuse, maybe we shouldn't jail people for it. Quit locking people up for a plant. The Texas Normal meeting went extremely well. It was after they had met at the Capitol. This happened on March 6th. It held to a plethora of guest speakers, and it was held at the Flamingo Cantina. We're going to report more information on these normal gatherings in Austin and Houston, so we'll be reporting the meetups. We'll put the schedule on our page so you guys can keep in date. We'll also put a couple of social medias for some of the who's who in those groups that you can follow. These people are doing due diligence. Shout out to those people at Normal. We thank you. And we're going to announce the Normal Cannabis Kickoff for them. It's an unofficial South by Southwest event. They'll have live music on March 13th. There will be free entry. It's going from noon to 6 p.m. at, again, the Flamingo Cantina. There's going to be a lot of guest speakers. It's looking like a treasure trove of people that are going to have good information, good knowledge on cannabis science. And like I said, it's 21 and up. There is no cover charge. So leave your kids at home so you can get affiliated. It looks like they may be doing a couple of bands there too, like I said, live music. so there's always the good potential for that. As well, Minorities for Medical Marijuana is having a mixer in Austin on the 14th. Among the many South by events that are going to be listed here, we will provide a list of those events in the comments. If you have a South by badge, you can attend a vast majority of those events. Unfortunately, I'm a broke ass hoe, so I will be unable to cover those. Maybe we can get better budgeting and, they'll allow me to attend such things. There will be an open carry in San Antonio on March 16th if you're out of the South by Circle and you're looking to get involved. And the big one right here, Texas Hemp Stock will be posting live coverage from the event. This is going on like I said, March 16th. It's going on from 12 to 8 p.m. and it's going to be located in Austin at Jester King Brewery. Admission for military and students is only $15. So they're doing $20 online for tickets, and it's going to be $25 at the entrance. They also have a couple of lodging packages, some vending packages. There's going to be a couple of singers, and they will have a Spanish translator, which is awesome for our friends that speak Espanol. Lots of guest speakers. Shout out to CBD Jeannie. She will be in full force there. I'm seeing a lot of other people on the list. We'll post a link and the flyer for that. Keep you updated. It's going to be amazing. Like I said, we'll have full coverage of the event. And would you look at this? The Academy of Cannabis Science will be hosting its third week of school. They will be taking 1 week off, and they will be back to schedule. The date that they're taking off is March 16th, so they can actually, many of the students can take a look at the hemp stock event, because we all plan on going. So the classes again will be March 9th, 23rd, and 30th, and then we're looking for re-enrollment. We're actually going to talk about that. The classes are located off of West Glen Drive, and it's a 5-week course. Their mission is to offer you an education that you don't need previous experience or training in. It's a 5-week course with flexibility on the schedule, so you can take online courses if you can't make every single one of the classes. The curriculum is designed and to understand the practical and theoretical needs of cannabis science. Employment opportunities in the cannabis industry are available after you complete the program. They will definitely hook you up with some very networked people. And can you hang that up for me? Wow, I'm getting a phone call during the live. You know how it happens. So, choice to visit cultivation and extraction centers in Atlanta, Georgia. Masters in Cannabis Science for those who pass the 3 courses in the intensive, and there's 5 modules involved. You're going to learn about the pharmacology of the plant, the chemical structures, oil refinement, cultivation, hemp, and medicinal cannabis. So you get both sides of the program. It's a very enriching course. I really recommend taking it. Enrollment for the 3rd class, because they've already graduated a Vanguard class and now they're on their 2nd enrollment. So if you'd like to get into the 3rd enrollment of their program, we will provide information in the links. In other news, this is outside of Texas. We very rarely report these, but we would like to mention this. The Freedom to Grow Investors Tour is going to be happening March 29th. This is going to happen in Portland, Oregon. For more information, you can hit up info@urbangreenu.org. Just email them. Again, we'll provide information in the links. With the Freedom to Grow investment tour, it's I believe they're having a conference too, or maybe it's the same thing. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll get as much information on that as possible. It's going to be hosted by the Urban Green University, the United Cannabis Association, and Minorities for Medical Marijuana. Anyways, more information on Texas Normal. The 6th annual Puff and Putt will be happening Saturday, March 30th. That's going to be $25 for adults, and it's going to be on Willie Nelson's very own putt-putt course. There's going to be a fuck ton of local bands, live music, morning and afternoon tea times, good lord, they're gonna have food vendors prizes, a silent auction, disc golf as well, and it is BYOB. You can also bring your own chairs, and proceeds will be given to the Texas Normals veteran programs. So I'll be helping out our vets. It's going to be located in Spicewood, and it's got a couple of smoke shop vendors, so you know that they're going to have people probably blowing glass or selling glass out there. It's going to be a really nice thing, and wow, the events just keep coming. I guess April, people are really getting the idea with 420 rolling around. There's a Texas Cannabis Expo. This is going to be happening on the 6th at the Hilton Garden in Houston. Free admission. It's going to have a bunch of good guest speakers. And it looks like it's hosted by the Texas Cannabis Coalition. My bad. So we'll also be posting the flyer for that as well. It looks like Ramp's involved and a couple of other people. I'm seeing too many sponsors to list, but Freeweed's on there, so we'd like to give a shout out to them. Speaking of Freeweed, product testing for our show will begin in April. If you would like to get on the bill with that, you can give me an email at nathanieltx@yahoo.com, or you can text me at 832-461-7333. If you're looking at information on product testing, all of the product tests will be strictly within federal guidelines, me being and with state regulation. So strictly industrial hemp tested products and purely CBD cannabinoids, but you will have access to products like transdermal patches, gummies, tinctures, and of course the dry herb. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and like I said, message us out. We'll be getting the product testing in April, and we would like to add you to the Free Weed Club. Also, speaking of free weed, 420 is rolling around and Happy Chronica is coming. Area 512 will be hosting at the Monarcha Ballroom a rave like no other. That's right, you heard it. They're going to be smoking, and everybody's going to be getting down to artists like Lazy K, Oh My Gondra, Matthew Dunn, Just Blanche, and The Very Unfuck. There's going to be probably more than 40 artists. It'll be hosted on 420. The cool news about this is multiple stages, lasers and lights, and the party starts at 420 and will be going on till 4:20 a.m. So you got 2 chances to smoke. You can head up there all day. Like I said, go ahead and try to get your tickets online. From my understanding, I think they're probably $20 right now, possibly even 15 for early birds. Don't quote me on that because I'm a stoner and I tend to forget. I'm gonna hit this real quick. I suggest you do the same. Do like it. Is what I did. It's okay. Well, we'll be concluding with Sick Beats and Vegan Eats as our last little bit of information today. It's a 21 and up event happening at Share Space Houston. That's the Preston location. It's going to be a vegan rave, so another rave, absolutely, and it's going to be hosted, like I said, April 27th. And this is in Houston, Texas. BYOB and totally organic. We will have CBD vendors out there by one of our very own graduates at the Academy. So we're super happy to announce that. Maybe you guys can get some good grub and get informed on the local community like I am and attend some of these awesome events. Well, that concludes today's episode of Free Weed. Hopefully we can get more coverage on some future events. If you have a future event or something cannabis related that you feel needs to be on our air, again, you can reach out to us at nathanieltx@yahoo.com, or you can reach out to me at 832-461-7333. I prefer text, not call. And I would just like to throw out, also, you can follow me on Instagram at nathanielfreeweed, or you can go to our page at Freeweed, spelled with all 3s, on Facebook, and follow us on either social media so you keep informed on all things cannabis related, or things that I can just report and try to remember because I'm pretty stoned. Well, again, this has been Nathaniel. Hope you guys are having a good 420. Law reform is coming, change is coming. See you guys later. Could you hit the live too? Peace out, guys. Decent.